Listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve.
My name's Arnaz.
And today we're going over the film Frankenstein Conquers the World. Finally watched it. Thanks to Matt for sending us the DVD so we could check it out.
I appreciate it. Movie was okay.
You know, I'm going to go with you. I thought it was just okay, too. It was fine.
This is one of those scenarios where I did not like the monster, but I like the human interaction in a part of it.
Yeah, because if you guys haven't seen Frankenstein Conquers the World, essentially the plot is German scientists have Frankenstein's heart. Nazis do. So they decide to ship out the heart. I forget the exact reasons, but they have to, they get seized from the doctor and they ship it. Well, it ends up in Japan. Japan gets hit by the nuclear missile, affects the heart, makes it and turns it into essentially a feral boy that keeps growing in size.
Yep.
And scientists are trying to figure out essentially what to do with him.
The thing why I didn't like the monster, for one, I didn't like his costume.
To be honest, I don't think it was bad. It looks like Frankenstein if he was a caveman.
And he keeps eating dogs. My God, he ate like 4 or 5 dogs in that movie.
Where's John Wick when we need him?
I know.
John Wick would have solved that problem right quick.
They were like, there's just a feral boy running through a city and eating dogs. 5 minutes later, he ate another dog.
When he grows, he eats more dogs.
I was like, oh my God, you people are monsters.
I know, right? You just can't find anything better to eat. I think he ate a chicken.
I was like, oh, screw that guy. I like the humans better.
Oh, yeah, Nick Adams being... the first thing you see Nick Adams, just him being a player with all the other patients.
Oh, he was pimping, I tell you.
Oh, yeah, man. Them girls bringing him her cookies.
And the girl was pretty good looking. I wonder what she looks like now. No?
No.
Aw.
This movie came out in 1965.
Aw, sad day.
This movie is... what, 58 years or 53 years old as of this recording?
Yeah.
We weren't even, my mom wasn't even a thought back then. Let alone how good that girl's gonna be looking. But yeah, for the outfits, Frankenstein for me, I thought was fairly cool looking. For the time, I think he looked okay.
I gotta remind myself, this is made in 60s, okay? So I can't judge it too much. But still, though, the complete Frankenstein wasn't bad. But when he was, in the mid-stage...
When he was just a green little kid?
Yeah, and then there's, that huge brow. He looks like a caveman. I was like, is he Frankenstein? Is he caveman? That was a part that kind of, took me by surprise. Because, I expected it to be bad. But, not the whole,
Yeah, personally for me, I kind of like the Gargantuas better.
Yeah.
Which I'm probably going to come back to that a lot, but I do like the Gargantuas better. In terms of just giant humanoid, apish people. They looked cooler. Baragon, who's first introduced in this movie, I actually thought was pretty cool.
He wasn't bad. Only thing that sucked about him was his beam.
Fire breath.
That was a beam attack.
Fire breath.
Special beam cannon style. It was just like a red line.
Well, yeah, you're what else do you want? You're going to superimpose fire over top of it? Not everything can be as good as Gamera.
I was about to say, Gamera,
Gamera just has, you see the gasoline going out of its mouth?
That was amazing. I appreciate that. That would have been cool like that.
Would have been sweet. But then again, you can't really have it shooting fire legitly at just... The guy's not wearing anything. So we had to superimpose something, so why not give him Red Godzilla beam?
That is true.
That's fire.
I didn't like the ending on this movie, Steve.
Alright, so we're going to spoil things if you haven't seen it. But for the end, he fights Baragon, and after killing Baragon, there's a cave-in on the top of the mountain, pretty much crushes both of them. Which seems weird because, how did Frankenstein's cells get spread apart to make the two Gargantuas for the next movie? Because one was in water, one was on land.
Maybe
I think that's the part, I think I got to rewatch this movie for me to really get the understanding of that one.
Water flowing underneath the cave, where he got trapped.
Because there's an alternate ending where he... Craziest thing. Same thing happens, beats Baragon. And then a giant squid shows up and drags him to his death. Out of nowhere. Just like comes out of the water, just like, come my preteen. To the depths we go.
I feel like I would have been more satisfied with that ending than this, where he just beats Baragon.
Or just giant octopus just shows up out of nowhere. Just like, hey, how's it going?
He's standing, literally standing, where he can just walk away from all this, but he's just standing. He's like,
well, yeah, he's showing off. He just wrecks some giant dinosaur.
And he's slowly sinking, and I'm waiting like 30 seconds in. He's still sinking, and he's like, I was like, what's going on?
Well, what else is going to happen? Because, like, he was going to keep growing. No matter what they did, he was going to keep growing. So if he wasn't taken out then, what would have took him out?
I want to see him.
He was essentially Shin Godzilla before Shin Godzilla was cool.
I want to see him get big enough where he can use Mount Fuji as a toilet. Just sit on it.
I don't think you'd call it a toilet. That'd be a plug, sir. A giant Mount Fuji butt plug. Well, that's an active volcano, right?
Yeah. Oh
man, it'd be like Pacific Rim. Like he's the one that starts the chain reaction.
Oh. That's where all the monsters come from, then. Perfect.
It's just every time he drops a deuce, it's a new kaiju.
Yeah. Explains the lava Rodan from the new movie.
I still hold judgment until the movie comes out. I was to say, did you see the NECA Mothra?
Yeah.
It looks pretty cool. We forgot to talk about that in the extra figure news.
I'm going to buy it just because it's NECA, it's affordable, and I need something to destroy.
I was going to say, we're going to go skeet shooting with the Mothras. Polk! Just have the Mothra music playing in the background, just shuts off abruptly as bang.
We do need one video that has more dislikes than likes.
We do.
Our old action figure news?
Yeah, I think it's the first one that has more dislikes than likes.
Also has like 15,000 views. I was like, what? When did this happen?
It has like 13. It's something stupid. It's like 13 likes and 22 dislikes or something. It's not like, I don't think we've changed the formula.
Nah.
I don't think. It's just us talking with the picture. So I don't know. But the human characters, I don't really remember their names outside of Nick Adams, but they were pretty serviceable throughout the entirety of the movie.
Yeah.
The only thing is the Japanese doctor, I always felt like watching the movie that the way his character is kind of conflicts here and there. Because, like, he's trying to, like, do everything for science, but then wants to, like, kill the monster.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes, like, it seems like he wants to save it, but doesn't. And it doesn't seem consistent.
Until he almost gets trampled in a prison.
That scene's pretty cool. Also, the other thing that's kind of a downer about this movie is the fight scenes. You only really get one giant monster fight. It's pretty much Frankenstein terrorizing some towns here and there, and Baragon crashing a party.
What is up with all the partying in this movie?
What else are you going to do in giant monster movies? I think a lot of them have parties, sir.
I love it how they accused Frankenstein of being sexual predator like 5 minutes into the movie.
He's a sexual tyrannosaurus.
It was hilarious. He just sees all the girls on there, and he looks over at the girl. He looks at the TV. He looks over at the girl. He's like,
How you doing?
Everyone's like, no! And he just grabs something else.
Yeah, that's pretty much about it. So, in terms of, like, monster fights, it's kind of where War of the Gargantua wins a little bit there, too, because you get a couple little fights throughout the movie. And the final battle's pretty sweet, while this one kind of reminds me of a Michael Bay movie where it's all really close-up shots, and you can't really get a good view of really what's going on with the fight.
What's actually happening.
Yeah, because outside, me just remembering just, like, close-up, like, punches and elbows, you get, like, Baragon flames, and when he grabs the tree to light it on fire and waves it around.
Alright, that is another question I was going to ask. If Baragon spits fire, it's supposed to be like a fire monster or whatever, why was he so afraid of that little tree that he was waving at him?
Because it's hot.
But it's...
Only his mouth is protected from the flames doesn't mean the rest of his skin is. Even though he digs underground,
And
I
then,
think it'd be like pretty tough against fire.
and then Frankenstein just throws everything.
Well, so does King Kong. Have you seen King Kong versus Godzilla?
Yeah,
They just kick and throw things at everybody.
it was not that bad. This guy was chucking everything.
Yeah, it was between that or I was having a hard time following where he's punching. Just a bit. That also made me sad too because Baragon dies.
How does he
You
come
think
back?
well, it's just a different Baragon. Not like these movies are really like canon, anyways.
Touche.
Like, there's like some continuity between some of them, but it's few and far between.
But I did like the Baragon costume, though. It didn't look that bad.
It looks cool. So did they, because it gets used in like everything. He's even in the monsters.
Ah.
He's the monster in the basement. So in the end, for Frankenstein Conquers the World, personally, like I enjoyed the movie, but it's definitely not one of my favorites.
It's like one of those things like where I seen it. I might watch it again later on just to be like, okay, it's not as bad. But right now, I'm like half 50-50, you know. Sort of enjoyed it, sort of then maybe deserves a second watch just to see if I missed anything, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for me, it's one of those monster movies where I feel like when you're trying to get people into more of the obscure outside of just Godzilla, this is a good one to get them into. Because then you can go like this into war and people won't be confused. Unless you watch the English dub, then it doesn't matter.
Touche.
So for me, it's more of a like a historical lesson kind of movie. More so than a movie I just want to watch because I want to watch it.
Yeah, I'm probably going to watch it one more time just to make sure I didn't miss anything. I didn't want it to be a classic, like a Gabra movie, you know?
Yeah, I might watch it even. Like, I'm sure I'll watch it again. Just not anytime soon. But what did you guys think of War of the Gargantuas?
No, we're sticking to that, Steve, because it's better.
Let us know in the comment section below. And Frankenstein Conquers the World. Let us know about that movie too.
Yeah.
And help us defeat those kaijus by hitting the like button, subscribe, and comment today. See you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.